Maya had always been the girl who said maybe tomorrow. Art supplies gathered dust in her closet while she scrolled through Instagram. Admiring paintings she convinced herself she could never create. At 28, she worked in accounting safe, predictable, suffocating. Her dreams of becoming an artist felt as distant as the stars she used to wish upon as a child. The turning point came on a Tuesday that started like any other. Maya's grandmother called, her voice crackling through the phone with an urgency that made Maya's heart skip. "I'm cleaning out the attic, Mija. Found something that belongs to you." When Maya arrived at her grandmother's house, she discovered a cardboard box labeled Maya's Art, age 12, in her own careful handwriting. Inside lay dozens of drawings and painting. Butterflies with wings that seemed to flutter off the page, landscapes that buzzed with imagination, portraits of family members captured with surprising depth for a child's hand. "You were fearless then," her grandmother said, watching Maya's fingers trace the edges of a watercolor sunset. What happened to that brave little artist? Maya couldn't answer because she didn't know. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, between dreams and responsibilities, she had convinced herself that art was a luxury she couldn't afford. Fear had built walls around her creativity, brick by brick, until she couldn't remember what it felt like to create without judgment. That night, Maya made a decision that terrified and thrilled her in equal measure. She would give herself 1 year, just one, to see if she could rekindle the artist within. She set up a tiny studio in her apartment's spare room, bought basic supplies, and committed to painting for 30 minutes every day, no matter what. The first weeks were brutal. Her hands felt clumsy, her colors muddy, her compositions awkward. The voice in her head provided a constant critique. "This is terrible. You're wasting your time. You're not talented enough." Some nights she sat in front of the blank canvas and cried, wondering if she was chasing an impossible dream. But Maya kept showing up. Day after day, she painted through the frustration, the self-doubt, the voice that told her to quit. She painted her morning coffee, her houseplant, the view from her window. Each brushstroke was an act of rebellion against the fear that had held her captive for so long. 3 months in, something shifted. Maya was painting a simple bowl of fruit when she lost track of time completely. When she finally looked up, 4 hours had passed, and the canvas showed something that took her breath away. Not because it was perfect, but because it was undeniably hers. The colors sang with a voice she was beginning to recognize again. She started sharing her work online, her heart pounding with each post. The response surprised her. People connected with her art, shared their own stories of rediscovered dreams, asked if they could purchase pieces. What started as personal healing was becoming something bigger. The real test came when Maya's supervisor announced budget cuts at work. Her position would be eliminated in 6 months. The old Maya would have panicked, immediately started job hunting in similar fields. But this Maya, the one with paint under her fingernails and fire in her eyes, saw an opportunity. She calculated her savings, researched the local art market, and made a plan. When her last day at the accounting firm arrived, Maya didn't feel the despair she expected. Instead, she felt something she hadn't experienced in years. Excitement about the unknown. Today, 18 months after finding that dusty box, Maya runs a small gallery in the arts district. Her paintings hang on the walls alongside work from other local artists. She teaches weekend workshops to adults who, like her former self, believe it's too late to chase their dreams. The Maya who was afraid to try would barely recognize the woman who now greets each blank canvas as a conversation waiting to happen. Success didn't come from becoming perfect or even exceptionally talented. It came from refusing to let fear make her decisions. Every morning, as Maya unlocks her gallery and turns on the lights, she thinks about that 12-year-old girl who painted fearlessly. She realizes now that the brave little artist never left. She was just buried under years of what ifs and I can'ts. The most profound discovery wasn't that Maya could paint again, but that she could trust herself again, in choosing courage over comfort, in showing up despite the fear. She had painted herself back to life. If Maya's journey inspired you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that celebrate courage, creativity, and second chances.